Have you ever stopped to think that the way you speak, the way you listen, even how you express yourself might actually connect back to some really ancient ideas about energy?
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
Like, what if something simple, maybe a color you're drawn to, or even a piece of jewelry, could somehow be a key to unlocking, well, a more authentic version of you?
Hmm.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into the concept of chakras. Specifically, we're zoning in on the throat chakra.
That's right.
Our mission here is to kind of pull together the key ideas from a couple of sources, the About Us page from Unlock Your Chakra, and their article on the blue color of the throat chakra.
Yep, got those right here.
And the goal is to give you a clearer picture of what these energy centers are all about and, why this throat chakra in particular might be important in our lives today.
Exactly. And these sources, they offer this interesting mix of old spiritual philosophy and how it's being applied now, like through product design for well-being. We're looking at how Unlock Your Chakra talks about and uses these concepts.
So as we get started, maybe just think about this for a second. If there are these unseen energy spots inside us that really influence how we communicate, our creativity, even our sense of truth,
Mm-hmm.
how could understanding them, maybe balancing them, actually change our interactions, maybe even our overall well-being? Let's unpack that.
Okay, so first things first,
Yeah.
chakras. For anyone familiar with energy work, they're often talked about as these 7 energy centers within our body.
Right, not like physical organs, but more like energy hubs.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Not something you can, point to on a diagram exactly, but more like dynamic spiritual points or power centers that are thought to affect our physical state, our emotions, our spiritual side.
And they've been around for a while.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The sources mention they've been used for centuries by Indian and Eastern cultures, so there's a deep history there.
And it's definitely not just history. It seems like this idea is really finding its place today. You mentioned companies like Unlock Your Chakra. They make products like chakra bracelets designed specifically to help align these centers.
That's the idea, yeah. The source material says these bracelets often have 7 stones or charms in different colors or designs, and each one represents a specific chakra.
Like the crown, third eye, throat, heart.
Solar plexus, sacral, and root, right? The whole system.
Okay.
And what seems important about their approach, according to the sources, isn't just the concept, but the intention behind it. They emphasize that they design and create beautiful bracelets, not just randomly, but with intention and meaning.
Using good materials, too.
Yeah, the best materials of gemstones. And it also mentions that everything is designed, developed, and made by hand in Los Angeles, California, and crafted with an intention of compassion and love. So it sounds like they're aiming for more than just, selling an accessory.
Right, putting some real thought and energy into it. Okay, so that gives us a good foundation on chakras and how some people approach them today. Let's zoom in on the main event, the throat chakra.
Vishuddha.
Vishuddha, right, in Sanskrit. The sources say it's positioned in the throat area and is linked with the color blue. Now, blue, that seems pretty specific. Is it just a color or is there more to it?
Oh, there's definitely more to it, according to the sources. The blue here isn't just, blue. It symbolizes clear and authentic communication. It's described as the gateway for expressing our thoughts, feelings, and ideas with honesty and integrity.
A gateway. I like that. So it's about getting what's inside out, truthfully.
Exactly. Think about how often maybe we hold back or we don't quite say what we mean. This chakra and that blue energy associated with it is supposedly key to speaking your actual truth.
Okay, so it's the channel for authentic self-expression. Does the source talk about what happens if it's blocked or imbalanced? Does it make it harder to be authentic even if you think you are?
Well, it implies that, yeah. It says the chakra encourages self-expression and creativity through verbal and artistic means, empowering us to share our unique perspectives, fostering innovation and originality. So an imbalance could potentially stifle that unique voice or creativity.
Makes sense. Difficulty speaking up, maybe.
Could be. Or maybe just not feeling truly heard. And interestingly, the blue influence isn't just about output, about speaking. It also represents active listening and understanding.
Ah, so it's two-way.
Absolutely. A balanced throat chakra apparently helps us to truly hear others, promoting empathy and effective communication. Which, makes you think, how often are we really listening to understand versus just waiting to talk?
That's a really good question. Okay, so listening is key too. What about this idea of truth and integrity? The sources say that's core to it, urging us to speak our truth and live with integrity, aligning our words with our actions. How does that play out, especially when maybe the direct truth feels hard?
Well, it seems the focus is on that alignment, making sure your words and actions match up.
Hmm.
It's about authenticity in being, not just speaking,
Yeah,
walking the talk, like you said earlier.
gotcha.
And when things get difficult, like in conflicts, the blue of the throat chakra is also said to embody the calming and healing qualities of water.
Oh, interesting, like smoothing things over.
Sort of, yeah. Helping to resolve conflicts, soothe emotional wounds, and promote harmony in relationships. It suggests that clear, calm communication can bring that kind of fluidity and healing, much like clear water.
Okay, this is all incredibly insightful. Understanding the depth of this throat chakra. Well, the next logical question is, how do we actually work with it? How do we balance it?
Right, the practical side.
And the sources give some really concrete methods, which is great. First one mentioned is meditation,
Mm-hmm.
suggesting regular meditation focused on the throat chakra. Maybe visualizing a gentle blue light at your throat.
Clearing any blockages and promoting authentic expression. Yeah, visualization is often key in these practices.
Yeah. And then there's mindful communication, which sounds like what we were just touching on.
It is. It's about speaking consciously and listening actively. And they suggest actually pausing before you respond. Taking a beat to make sure your words really align with your true thoughts and feelings.
That pause, it seems so simple, but I can imagine it making a huge difference. Instead of just reacting, you're choosing your words.
Exactly. It shifts the dynamic. And then for those who lean more creative,
Yes.
creative expression is another path. Things like writing, singing, or painting are suggested to stimulate and balance the chakra, tapping into that expressive side.
Okay, so finding ways to actually use your voice, creatively or otherwise. What else? Affirmations.
Yes. Throat chakra affirmations are recommended. Examples like, I speak my truth, I express myself authentically, and my words have power. Repeating these can help reinforce that balance.
Like setting an intention. And this next one seems almost too simple, but hydration, drinking water.
It does seem basic, doesn't it? But the explanation is that drinking plenty of water supports the chakra's energy because water, like the color blue, symbolizes flow and clarity.
Ah, so it's feeding into that water element we talked about earlier, nourishing the flow.
Precisely. Then there's the more tangible approach. Blue gemstones.
Like the ones in the bracelets?
Could be. Or just carrying them. The sources list specific ones like aquamarine, blue agate, apatite, and lapis lazuli. The idea is that having these nearby or wearing them can help align and energize this energy center, like a physical reminder or support.
Interesting. And finally, aromatherapy, using scents.
Yeah, essential oils, like spearmint essential oil, are mentioned as helpful for balancing the throat chakra, using them in a diffuser, maybe during meditation. It covers another sense, making it more holistic.
Wow, okay, so lots of different angles to approach this from.
Definitely seems that way. So just to kind of wrap up what we've dug into, the throat chakra, with its blue color, it's really presented as representing much more than just talking. It's about authentic communication, genuine self-expression, and finding that clarity in your voice.
Yeah.
And understanding what it means, and maybe trying some of these ways to balance it, could potentially lead to, more honest interactions, better connections, maybe even healing in relationships.
So as a final thought for you listening,
Hmm.
as you go about your day, your conversations, expressing yourself, maybe consider this. What if you consciously tried just one of these things?
Hmm.
Maybe it's just taking that pause before speaking in your next chat, or maybe it's finally saying something you truly feel with intention. How might that one small shift change not just your words, but the energy behind them and the connections you make? Something to think about. The power of intention in everyday life.